Hey, beautiful humans, Angel Shamsa back at it again. If you haven't heard me before, I'm a holistic health coach and I am a shaman as well. And I'm actually going to kind of dive a little bit deeper about my shamanistic work in this episode because today we will be talking about chakra work and the importance of it all. If you haven't heard me before, I love to discuss holistic health, and part of one of the biggest, most influential parts of holistic health that has personally helped me in my journey. um, and if you don't know my story before, I was over 300 pounds. I had a lot of self hate, tried to kill myself twice. I was super anxiety and depressed ridden for over half of my life. Tried medication, but then ended up just kind of healing it all naturally and holistically myself. Lost over 100 pounds. And then, so with that kind of exploration and that journey, I discovered chakras, and kind of I had already heard about chakras, but I didn't really know much about them. So something called me really clearly to go kind of digging deeper into what it is about chakras and kind of how they're used to heal yourself. And so throughout my work and my ability to the abilities that came to me through the work that I did, now I'm able to help others with their chakras and cleanse them. I basically use a crystal and some other different things that I have, and to energetically just go in and just clean it up. I love to say that I bring my energetic broom and my little toolkit, and I'm basically able to channel all of the energy or blockages that are attached to your chakra centers, and see the imprints of experiences and emotions that lie there because of past experiences. Maybe it's past life trauma, generational trauma, whatever the case may be. I go in and I am an investigator. I go look to see what needs to be cleaned up, what needs to be illuminated, what needs to be healed. I give divinely channeled messages to whoever I'm doing the cleansing on, as to things that may be stopping them from their purpose, their journey, their destiny, their passions in this lifetime. And I love the journey that chakras take you into a person's body and psyche as it stands, like your ability to essentially kind of get a snapshot of this human being. And they're usually strangers for me, so to get a whole snapshot of it, of a whole human being, a stranger right in front of me, and be able to illuminate things that have been hard for them to illuminate for themselves is really powerful. And I just want to share this ability to do chakra work. Not everyone may be able to get snapshots like I do, but we are able to be aware around what we're experiencing within our energetic body, so that we can put more time and energy into cleaning it out and healing the parts that need to be healed, so that they don't manifest into something physical, which I'm going to touch on as well. So I'm going to start just at the root chakra and kind of explaining what it is the basis, what kinds of things get stuck there when it's imbalanced or blocked, and also like what the physical ailments are that also surround that chakra center. So I'm going to start with your root chakra. This is down to kind of by your feet area. That's your groundedness, your stability, your safety. So if people have had a lot of instability and a lot of threats to their safety in general throughout their life, that's usually first and foremost where I see them, depending on if they're connected with another chakra. Then I might see them imprinted somewhere else. But for the most part, this is where that's imprinted. I see a lot of broken children, like that child part of yourself that's really traumatized by what they went through. I see that physical version of yourself, the childlike version of yourself, kind of curled up in a ball, either crying or angry, and I'm there to essentially like ask, like, why are you angry? Why are you crying? And figure out what parts of that energy you're still holding on to. And it's really amazing because a lot of people don't even realize what kinds of things they're holding on to unconsciously. So when that starts to get really dug up and dredged up, then you even feel the surprise of like the person who's sitting there with you, and you're like, whoa, wow, I didn't even know that that was still a problem. And it's like, yes, your inner child didn't forget. Your inner child knows it's still a problem. So now let's just fix it. Awareness is everything. You can't fix something unless you're aware of it. And that's kind of what I help people do, is just become more aware than they've ever been of their energy. And in your root chakra, if you are imbalanced or get blocked in any type of way because of your lack of instability, your lack of safety, your lack of groundedness, it can cause varicose veins. It can cause, I believe with this one, it's like feet problem and even lower back issues. Those are kind of some main ones. And then if we're going up to your sacral chakra, which is the one kind of behind your genital area, your pelvic area, kind of more at the base of your spine, when you are, well, let's just say that this is about. Sacral chakra in general is your ethics, it's your sexuality, it's your creativity, and it's essentially, and your relationships, your ability to maintain and be within relationships as well. And when you are having a blockage or an imbalance within your sacral chakra, then it can cause some reproductive issues. It can cause kidney issues. It can cause either a low libido or a super high libido, depending on if your chakra is underactive or overactive. And if you guys haven't checked out my Instagram, I also have a post about chakras where I kind of also wrote it all down. So if you're not a huge audio learner and more of like a visual learner, then that would be a good option for you to take a look at. And so with your sacral chakra, and then also if you're like not honoring your sexuality or exploring your sexuality enough, if you feel unfulfilled, that can also put a damper on your sacral chakra, and cause some of those reproductive issues. And creativity and sexuality are so heavily intertwined. So I'm kind of make a joke like, oh, you're not feeling creative? Go masturbate. Because literally you can harness the energy of your orgasm and really put it into intention of, I'm going to create with this energy that I just kind of expelled out of my body. And using kind of both of those in tandem, using sexuality to inspire creativity and creativity to inspire sexuality, we are able to become full realized sexual beings, which is, I mean, we all want to be. We don't want to feel unfulfilled in an area of sexual exploration or creative exploration, because that's part of the reason why we came to this earth, is to experience those pleasures of art and sex and expression of in all of its entirety, whatever that looks like for ourselves specifically. So going up to the solar plexus, it's in our stomach area. I kind of always refer to it as like our armor. It's our ultimate expression of who we are. It's identity. It's our power. It's our pride. It's our strength. It's really where if we think we are the shit, that is where it's going to end up. What also gets stuck on your solar plexus, though, is a lot of guilt and shame. And so does in your sacral chakra. I meant to say that earlier as well. Is a lot of guilt and shame tends to be really stuck there, too, because throughout our lives, we're kind of criticized. And even though there's constructive criticism throughout life, there is sometimes not constructive criticism throughout life. And that kind of criticism is the kind that usually gets stuck on our solar plexus. It can cause duodenal ulcers, ulcers of any kind really, and even arthritis and digestive issues, even like immunity issues, anything that's really heavily connected to our gut, which 70% of our immunity is in our gut. We have DNA in our gut. We have good flora, not so great flora in our gut. And so when our energy in the area is not properly healed or addressed, then it can really cause those physical ailments as well, which is, I think, super interesting. So then going up to your heart chakra, it's in your chest area. This specifically deals with your love and your ability to forgive and have compassion and really have an open heart to yourself and those around you. Self-love really loves to live here. And when it's out of whack, we feel really bitter, really cold, really closed off, really isolated, really lonely. We hate ourselves. We hate people around us. We don't understand our purpose. We don't understand our passion. We don't understand anything about love or why we love, or maybe you're a little bitter because love has broken your heart. Whatever the case may be, we all hold that in the heart chakra, in your chest area. And so if that's out of whack, then it can also lead to the physical ailments of lung disease, heart attacks, and those are pretty serious. Those are not anything to really be messing around with. So it's really important that you're really making sure that you're doing the work that you need to really get into your heart chakra and dive deep and find the icky, festering parts that are laying on your heart. Are you holding a grudge for someone? That's usually what I see on heart chakras, is lots and lots of grudges, lots and lots of heartbreak, scars from things that have happened to people, but then they've healed. But then I've also seen scars that have happened from other situations and that have been reopened by new circumstances. It's just really intense. I've seen some really dark holes of self-love. Like, we just lock away our ability to see the beautiful parts of even ourselves, that then it's easy to lose sight of the beautiful parts of the world as well, which ultimately does not serve us or our destiny or our ability to be better humans and evolve. So going from the heart chakra, going up to throat chakra, which is in our literal throat, that is the throat chakra that has to do with communication and also like speaking expression. Solar plexus is more like your internal expression. It does touch on outer expression as well, but I would say that like the way we express to the world around us is more comes from the throat chakra, and our ability to communicate as well. So when this is out of whack, we gossip, we talk too much, we don't listen enough, we get really afraid to speak our truth. We get really shaky. It like kind of causes this ripple effect of like really bad anxiety as well, that like that feeling of the lump in your throat, all of that kind of goes with the either overactiveness or blockages inside of your throat chakra. But physically it can manifest as thyroid issues, chronic throat, like sore throats, I feel like there was one more thing that I wanted to touch on with the throat chakra: thyroid, chronic sore throats, and I can't think of it right now. But either way, so yeah, that would be the main ones that your throat chakra affects if they are not in alignment with your other chakras. So going from your throat chakra, we're going to go up to your third eye, and your third eye is right between your brows in the middle of your forehead, and that is right also in correlation with your pineal gland. So your third eye chakra has to do with your intuition and your ability to use that intuition and trust your gut and have faith in the bigger picture, being able to see the bigger picture. And when this is out of whack, we tend to lose sight of what the bigger picture is, lose sight of our place in Earth, on this planet, in this world, at your job, at your home. You just feel out of place, alienated when it's out of whack. And physically, it can cause really bad migraines, and also sensitivities in lights and sounds, which if you're a sensitive person already, you might already have that. But if it's really intense, I would say, like, there's like the normal everyday sensitivity that I go through, but then there's like days where it's just so intense I can't ignore it. I'm getting a migraine, which I don't ever get migraines. Like, those types of symptoms for you, when those types of things come up, really take notice. And then your crown chakra, that is your complete connection to the divine. It's your ability to intake collective information, divine information to help you on your own path, or even like actions and skills that you should be able to take to get to where you need to be. That's all in your crown chakra. And when your crown chakra is out of whack, it will make you feel really closed off and really confused. Confusion is like one of the biggest kind of ailments that come along with this idea that you have a closed crown chakra. And then, like, physically, it really has to do with energetic ailments. So if you feel just chronically fatigued and there's no like medical reason for it, it can actually be a blockage in your crown chakra. Fun fact. So something to also be aware of. Thanks for doing this kind of like, I don't know, it wasn't super deep dive, but it was a little bit deeper than I've done probably about chakras previously. Thank you for being here. Thank you for wanting to learn, wanting to thrive, wanting to be healthier and happier. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. Goodbye, guys.